What's up, bosses? I'm Talyn, your personal brand consultant at Boss Diplomat. In today's video, you're going to learn how to build a strong six-figure brand. Building a business that makes six figures is not the same thing as building a brand that makes six figures. You can start a dropshipping business and do pretty okay, but is that really what you want? Or do you want a magnetic personal brand that no matter how you pivot in your business, whether you decided that you don't want to sell this product anymore and you want to move to a service-based industry, then that's completely fine because you set yourself up for success to ensure that no matter what setbacks you get, what challenges you might have, you are going to be completely fine because your personal brand is still intact. You want to build a strong, long-term business that reflects your values and what you stand up for. So what does it mean to have a strong personal brand? How on earth does a strong brand generate six figures? And how can you apply this into your very own brand? I'll just throw it out there just because I get this question so often. Your brand is not your logo, it's not your website, it's not your marketing. It is the foundation of your business, what you stand for. If you don't have anything to stand on, you're going to just fall through in an endless, bottomless pit. Your brand holds you up. And then what you do is you build on top of that 1% at a time to build that consistency, to build that following, and ultimately to build that authenticity and trust that your brand builds credence to. Imagine you have two different scenarios. You're an unnamed brand selling headphones. You talk about the quality, you talk about the price, you talk about how amazing it is. Dr. Dre comes along and says, hey, these headphones are the best because my name is on it. Like, how can you argue with that? You're putting your own personal brand behind something. It means so much more because there's a whole load of history, values, credibility. Like, there's so much that goes into that product now just because you put your name on it. And that's the power of personal brand. When you have a strong personal brand, you pretty much can sell anything. And you don't have to be a celebrity to achieve that level of success. You just cannot be a ghost in your business, guys. You cannot just pretend that the product is going to sell itself just because you have all of these amazing marketing strategies, just because you have amazing automation set up in your business. It's still not going to do the heavy lifting for you because there's no face to that product or that service. There's no trust factor. There's no like factor. There's no authenticity in it. You, on the other hand, real human being, actually talking, saying something, sending out those vibes, showing off your personality. You do not have to be an extrovert to have a six-figure business based on your personal brand. Absolutely not. You just need to know what you stand for. You just need to know who you're talking to. And most importantly, you have to be vulnerable with your audience and actually share your story so that people can understand why you're doing this in the first place. The fact that you care so much about what you're doing is what's going to drive that business to the next level. Remember this guy, Sammy Mateo Jr.? He was in a very similar position. He already had an established business brand when he took over that company. Danco Packaging, that was once known as J.C. Dansack, had its own logo, its own website, its own brand. He did go through a rebrand process where he changed the name, he changed the logo, and he changed up the website, but the missing part of that puzzle was him. He was nowhere to be seen. People didn't know that this was his company now. People did not know who was behind that business. And a lot of people were wasting his time asking the same questions about his stock and products that could have been saved if his website was repositioned in a better way that told a very strong narrative. Here's another thing that you need to do when building a strong personal brand. You need to have a very strong brand identity and a very strong brand strategy. Let me explain what the difference is. Your brand identity are the visual things that people see when they see your brand. This is where your colors and your fonts and how your marketing is put together comes to play. This is going to be the eyes feast on your brand. And if it's not consistent, if it's too messy, or if there's too many things going on, your head will immediately be distracted. That's going to make you not be as memorable as a brand that is clear cut, knows exactly what it's doing, and sticks to the same formula. Your brand strategy, on the other hand, is the foundation of that brand. What's holding this brand together? And what that together is, it's you. It's your backstory. This is how I started my business. This is why I started my business. This is why I'm the perfect person to solve this very specific problem that you, my little target audience, has. And I'm going to stick with it from start to finish. And I refuse to work with anyone else because they are not the people that I want to work with. That is your brand strategy. There's a clear cut narrative from start to finish. And as you can see, there's a common factor here. Everything has a purpose. Everything has a structure. And there's a plan behind why you're doing what you're doing. But hey, none of that matters if your business is not sustaining itself financially. You need to be able to sustain yourself in your business. And even if you have a very strong personal brand in your business, are you actually making the money that you deserve to be making right now? One of the most common things that my clients come to me is that exact problem. They're just not making money in their business. One of the reasons why they're not making money in their business is because they are truly undervaluing the service that they are providing to their audience. Because they don't actually know who their customers and clients are, it's very difficult for them to come up with a brand messaging that they can stick with over and over again in order to attract only the best clientele into your business. When you know who you're talking to, your messaging becomes very clear. You know exactly how to comfort them, how to make their problem go away, how to fix the things that they are struggling to fix, and how to do it efficiently, quickly, and at very high level. This is the reason why they will be willing to pay you more than someone who is just average. Your brand speaks for your expertise. You should not have to say, I have this and this degree, I have this and this experience. No, your brand shows all of that expertise because of how you're presenting yourself, the kind of content that you're sharing, and the problem, that very specific problem that you are looking to fix for that very specific target audience. When you only attract the best clientele, you can raise your price. And guess what? People see the value that you're bringing. Bring it on. This is how you start to make six figures in your business, because you're no longer charging $100 for an entire workshop. You're now charging $5,000 for an entire workshop that pays for itself. Start somewhere. Try to figure out, why did you start your business to begin with? Why are you doing what you're doing? And are you even happy doing this for a very long period of time? Because once you have a process in your business, once you have that visual brand, and once you have that brand strategy, you're gonna be doing the same thing over and over again for a little bit until you start to pull in only the best clients, and then you can start to decide where you want to pivot to. Now, you're not going to figure this out in 2 hours, but if you wanted to figure this out in 2 hours, hey, all you have to do is have a chat with me. I will rebrand you from start to finish in less than 3 weeks, and you will have everything you need to set yourself up for success, to build a very strong personal brand that is gonna bring you that six figures that you've always dreamt about. If you check out my website, bossdiplomat.com, you're gonna see a whole roster of clients and how I help them turn their business around by putting them in their business and turning the solopreneurs into their very own brand ambassadors. I'm here to help you guys. Get on my calendar, grab that free 30-minute chat, not with my team, directly with me. We're going to have a one-to-one. Let's figure this out, and let me help you build such a powerful personal brand that you're going to be a magnet to those people who are willing to pay those premium prices. Cannot wait to see you in my calendar. See you next time.